One, go, go.
Welcome everyone to Paula's Purse, where the bag is always filled with topics to discuss. Welcome and listen, happy holidays. I want to say this. I know we are coming out of Thanksgiving, going right into Christmas, and I really want to talk about just briefly mental health because we just spoke about mental health and the holidays in the previous podcast. Listen, I want to reach out to Charles. Charles, if you are watching this, please give me a call. Let me say this, brother. You have been there for me no matter what. Whenever I needed someone to talk to, you've always picked up the phone. When I text you at any time of the day, you responded to my text. When I was at my lowest point, or at least I felt like at that time I was at my lowest point, you sent me a lot of videos on YouTube of different preachers and different speakers trying to give me the encouragement that I needed. And I needed it. And I really appreciate you, Charles. And at this point right now, I know that you are in need of help yourself. I did read your text that you sent me, and you said you would get back to me once you were done dealing with what you were dealing with. And I understand that. But at the same time, brother, I'm here for you. And let me say this to anyone who will watch the show. If you need help, please say something. Please reach out to someone, a family member, a friend, call me. There was a doctor on the show, there was a counselor on the show earlier. So there is someone available for you to talk to. I know that as we get closer to Christmas, for some people, it can be depressing. It can be depressing, and you just want to be alone in the bed under your covers. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to answer your phone. Nothing. I get it. I understand. I've been there. So I'm saying to you, Charles, please reach out to me. And this is for anyone that's watching the show. If you hear my voice and you need help, please seek help. My phone number is 713-875-3725. All right, Charles. And I need my hair done, bro. Okay. Let me say this. When I met Charles, that was like almost 2 years ago. And Charles is my hairstylist. My hair was long, I had a perm, and I was ready to color my hair. So yeah, in the grab bag, it was like, oh, what you doing with your hair? Well, I'm about to tell you the story. My hair was shoulder length and it was just brown. And I wanted to dye my hair. So I went in third ward. I was trying to find a salon, and I found like a little one in the hole in the wall. And I went there and I met Charles. Oh, love Charles to death. So Charles dyed my hair, and it was blonde, and it was down here. And hey, I had body, and baby, let me tell you, I was throwing it. Woo, I was throwing my hair from left to right. He would say all the time, throw it, baby, and I was shaking. But let me tell you this. While I was sitting in his chair, there was a number of things I really appreciate about you, Charles. The way you know the Bible. Oh, the whole time I'm getting my hair done, Charles is quoting me scriptures out the Bible. He's telling me this, he's telling me that. And I love you for that, Charles. I really do. Another thing, you also helped me to, you put me on game about narcissism. I didn't know that the guy I was dating at the time I was in your salon was narcissistic. I didn't know that until I think maybe the third time I had gone to get my hair done. I took the guy with me, and I was in Charles' chair, and I was telling him things about the guy that I was experiencing. And he was like, wait a minute, what? What? He just listening, right? Excuse me. And I'm sharing because I'm trying to find out what's going on. And he said, after I had shared my last couple of years, I shared that with Charles, and he was like, "Oh my gosh, that guy's narcissistic." I didn't even know. I'd heard narcissistic, that word, I heard it being thrown around. And I was like, "Oh my gosh." So I started researching. I started researching narcissism, and I'm like, dang man, I got a bad let me say this. I have been attracting all the wrong men. And because I have been attracting all the wrong men, guess what? I'm done for now. They on hold. Somebody asked me today. Yes, I'm practicing celibacy. Why? Because I gave out samples years ago. I gave this away years ago when I was younger and didn't know my worth. All right. You would have had to have been in that line back then. But now I'm celibate. I'm just focusing on me. But yes, so Charles hipped me to narcissism. Now listen, I was dating this guy, narcissistic, bipolar, schizophrenic, and I still cared for him. I still loved him on purpose. If that makes any sense. I still cared for him even after I recognized what was before me. See, my degree is in psychology, accounting, and Spanish. Spanish was my minor. So, when you take psychology classes, they always say, don't be going around self-diagnosing people, right? Don't self-diagnose. You do that mess anyway, right? And and so I stopped self-diagnosing, and at the same time I recognized symptoms that I had just read from, my third year of psychology. So I was seeing things. I was seeing that as good as a person that I thought I was showing him, he was throwing me back negativity and ugliness, and he was projecting, and he was just never happy. It was always something. It was always a reason why he couldn't get a job. And he couldn't get a job because he said all the black women had a job. I'm laughing, but that is exactly what the dude said, right? And he has all these grandiose ideas of what he gonna do. And like he said the other day, he was gonna go and steal somebody's ATM machine at the Valero so he could come up. Oh, okay, so you going straight to prison. But listen, Charles turned me on to that, and I appreciate Charles for that. So listen, brother, you see my hair? They ready for me to go blonde. I don't wear makeup, so we got to do the makeup. We just got to do a whole makeover, boo. So I need you to come on. Okay, I am here. I love so much, Charles. And also, I'm getting the band together. Okay, well, in the grab bag, you want to know what the purpose is of the show. Well, let me just, before I go any further, let me tell you. Purpose of this show is to discuss topics that are going to be feel good topics. We're also going to talk about topics that won't make you feel good. It might make you feel bad. It might make you look inward at self and realize that you might have to change, or you might need to do this or do that to be a better person. And what I want for each and every one of you who are watching now or who will see this: love, peace, and happiness. That's what I want for myself, and that is what I want for you all. That is the purpose of the show. Now we're going to take the show and I am going to run with it. You hear me? So not only am I cooking on the show, we're going to start cooking in January. So we're going to do one-on-one interviews starting in February. We're going to be on location shooting, right? We're supposed to be heading to New Orleans, Atlanta, and Dallas. So we are coming soon to your city. You guys don't know this, right? You don't know this, but I'm a singer. I recorded 2 CDs and they are in the Library of Congress. So I'm trying to get the band together and we're going to make some music and get on the road. So Zoom today, and who knows where Paula's purse is going to be tomorrow, but I am shooting for the stars. So that's the purpose of the show. And to, like I said, we bring out topics. I got a lot of topics I want to discuss. I'm going to grab a little water. And listen, I don't know if you guys keep up with like Miss USA, Miss World, Miss Universe. Do you guys keep up with that? Does anybody keep up with that? Let me just say this. There is a model. Her name is Sonia Vera, and she was Miss Venezuela. She's married. She got married. I mean, a beautiful woman, just beautiful. I mean, you know, she has to be some kind of beautiful because she's Miss Venezuela, right? She went to the hospital. She got sick. She went to the hospital. They gave her some medication, and the lady was paralyzed from the medication. Do you know this lady's husband divorced her? I can't believe it. I can't believe it. He divorced her because she was paralyzed. And not only did he divorce her, but he stopped paying for her medical bills. I kid you not. And I'm thinking, you know, I've been married before. It's for better or worse. I think it's like what? Something about your sickness and your health. And this guy did not like you for who you were on the inside. That's what it says to me. What it says to me is he liked you for your outer appearance, your beauty, which is how you became Miss Venezuela. But he did not like you overall. And as soon as your life changed and went in a totally different direction than where you were previously, your husband showed his true colors. So we won't even drop this scumbag's name. But Sonia Vera, I wish you nothing but the best, sister. I know that you are in rehab and you have, I think you have a couple of pages out there where you are trying to get donations. So, sister, I wish you the best. Heads up. And they all do this. They all leave, and it'll be, I don't want to say all, and it'll be this, and it'll be that. Oh, you just left me because what? Now I'm paralyzed. That's the time when you're supposed to have my back. Craziness, craziness. But we're going to keep it moving. I wanted to pull out a topic that I got in my grab bag. I don't know if you guys have seen this, but it is on YouTube now. I believe I didn't see it on Facebook, but it is on YouTube. There's a white police officer who pulled over a young black guy in Alabama, right? Now, she has been placed on leave because she used a stun gun on him while he was already in cuffs, and she had him on the hood of the car. Now, you probably wonder why I brought this up. Listen, Black people, we have been catching hell long enough. I mean, we really have been catching hell, and this year I acknowledge that. Now, let me set this up for you. This is what happened. So there are two men driving in a car, minding their own business, and they get pulled over by this young white female cop. So she pulls them over, and it is a wonderful thing that the brother recorded the entire thing, because the officer had a whole nother agenda. You hear me? When they looked at her paperwork, oh man, she wrote in the paperwork that the kid he was trafficking fentanyl. She said he was trafficking marijuana. She said that he was a felon, and none of that was true. It also turns out that she had planted something, a substance that looked like fentanyl, but did not test as such. So it was thrown out. Now, listen, she handcuffed the kid. She has him on the roof of the car, and she has the stun gun in his bag. Now, in Alabama, you don't have to have a license to carry. So he was carrying. She did pull his gun out of his pocket. She put it on the hood of the car. Okay. While she was doing all of that, mind you, she is very short, and this young black guy is tall, and he's not putting up a fuss. He's already in handcuffs. He's already leaning on the hood of the car. Okay. Now she has it in his bag and then proceeds to tase him. Just like, why? Why would you do that? Have we not endured enough? But like I said, thank God the brother was still recording, because the paperwork that she filled out, turns out it was all a lie. It was all a lie. So subsequently, he went out and got an attorney and has filed a $20 million lawsuit, as he should. Yes. So just wanted to drop that. Here is another thing I want to, I would just briefly say this because it's so stupid. But I think, I don't know, how would I say this? I think manufacturers, sometimes it seems as though they think that consumers are stupid, that we are stupid, we just don't know any better. All right. Okay, let me do this before I even mention that. Let me say, guys, we have merchandise on the website. We have hoodies and t-shirts. We are ever evolving with that. So we are going to come out with some other material on the website. So definitely support us with the merchandise. Now, the next thing, sponsorship and advertisement. We have that now. Yes, we do. Get a sip of water before I go on. All right, so we have the star package, which is $50. That's a mention of your business. We also have the diamond package, which is $100. That's a screen ad and promo. So definitely come on board and support. Supporting us, support your business. All right. Also, I do want to give a shout out to who? Let's see, Tanzania Tours. Renaissance Realty. All right. We got two supporters right there. I'm going to give you their information shortly here. I do want to also mention A Rocket Moving Company, another sponsor coming on board. Thank you so much, guys. Really, really appreciate you all for coming on board and supporting our cause. And like I said, supporting us, support your business. All right. I did want to mention, well, let me just go ahead and give you their phone number, and then I'll come back again. Tanzania Tours, Godwin King, 255-769-047888. That sounds like too many numbers. All right. Renaissance Realty, Mr. Malloy, his phone number is 469-649-6274. All right, guys. Let's get the number right for Tanzania Tours. And I will bring that, I'll mention that again because we do want to have the right phone number because these are new sponsors. Thank you so much. I am losing my voice, but we're going to keep it moving. What else we got? We have a ton of topics. I got a ton of topics. I mean, a ton of topics, for real. I wanted to, like I said, I wanted to just throw this out there because someone sent this to me and asked me what I thought about it. And so I said, let me just put it in the grab bag. I'll pull it out later and I'll run it by you and just see. Okay. So, and this is what I was saying previously about manufacturers and designers and how sometimes it just feels as though they think we're stupid. So they have boots out now that look like your leg with a sock and a shoe. Okay, so just picture it. There are boots out now that looks like, and it comes in two colors because it's either going to be a white leg or a brown leg. I kid you not. I saw this today. This is real news. I'm never going to bring any fake news here. I do my research. I can't stop laughing, but it's so funny because it is a boot that you put on, but after you put the boot on, it looks like if you get the right color, it's going to be a picture of somebody's black leg with a suit, with a sock, and a boot. And guess how much the fake leg boots are going for? Comes in two colors, light or brown. It's going for $2,470. Yes, $2,470. You probably think I'm joking, right? You probably think I'm joking, but I'm serious. $2,470. We're gonna keep it moving on that. That's why I said I think sometimes when people come up with stuff, they think we're stupid and we would just spend our money on this nonsense. So don't do it. But somebody brought this to my attention, so I threw it in my grab bag. All right, we're gonna move on. Okay, I don't know if I want to jump on this topic. Okay, well, hell, forget it. Let me just go on to this topic. Okay, well, I know you guys remember our brother George Floyd, right? He was murdered. I watched the video as Derek Chauvin put his knees on George Floyd's neck, and the other cops were all involved. And I watched our brother take his last breath, and um, it was truly heartbreaking, heart wrenching. It was just devastating. I followed the trial also, and let me tell you, I never cried so hard until I watched the George Floyd trial. And it was at that point where I just was like, I mean, how much more can we take as Black people? I mean, people fight us, they shoot us, they run after us, they chase us. And a lot of times we don't do anything, and then they just kill us. And so it really hurt me. But at the same time, I was touched by all the wonderful things and how people came together all over the United States and throughout the world behind George Floyd. So it was really awesome to see. Now, Derek is the guy who killed George Floyd. Y'all know this guy was stabbed 22 times. And I shouldn't even laugh. It's terrible. But yes. I know. See, you saying the same thing. He was stabbed 22 times by a fellow inmate in federal prison. Yes, he was. It's the truth. I'm only gonna bring facts. I'm telling you. I am going to become your news reporter. I'm reporting all facts right here. He was stabbed 22 times by another white man. Go figure. I always thought somebody would get him that they would either be Black or brown. But he was stabbed by another inmate. He was in Gen Pop, right? General population at a federal mid-level prison. He has since been shipped to, he went to a hospital, and then he is going to go to a different prison. So I had to bring that up. I did, because when I saw it, I was really hoping for the worst. As bad as that sounds, I was hoping for the worst with Derek because of what we saw him do to George Floyd on live TV, on television. But yeah, he'll live to see another day. I know I had to mention that. Somebody talk about why you brought that up, because I had to. All right, so I'm gonna keep it moving. But I did want to put that out there, right? Because this was, to me, someone started stabbing him was like karma, right? Karma coming back for what you did. And then you survive. You're not even dead. So we'll see what happens after you heal. He was stabbed 22 times. I was thinking he must have, whoever the guy was, and I won't say his name, but the gentleman must have been stabbing him really quick, like real fast, to get 22 in. 22 stab wounds. Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're gonna keep it moving. Man, I know this was a grab bag topic that I know Mitchell put this in there, and I did not have time to mention it in the second episode, the last episode. But okay, if you want to talk about it, we'll go ahead and talk about it. Okay. So here is the thing. People want to talk about Jonathon Majors. Okay. And what's going on with Jonathon Majors. Now, if you don't know who he is, then you should Google him. He was in Creed, right, with Michael B. Jordan. He's been in a number of movies. I mean, blockbuster guy, just really good actor. A good actor, I can say that. But we got some issues. We got some issues. Now, this black guy, Jonathon Majors, was dating this white chick, first name Grace. Okay. And they had this issue where, if you guys are familiar with the story, a warrant was issued for his arrest. He turned himself in, and now this is the second week of the trial. Okay, this is day 6 or 7 of the trial. So, like I said, I'm always bring you some. It's always going to be fast when I talk to you guys on the show. Okay, so I'm gonna set it up because it's I need to set it up. Now, Jonathon was dating this chick, right? This white chick. And you know how we be, how we feel. We're like, man, listen. Every time I see a black guy and a white woman together, and then there is the next thing where he's getting arrested, I'm just like, come on, dude. How many brothers went before you that have gotten arrested and gone to jail? Like, when are y'all gonna stop? When are you gonna learn your lesson? I'm talking to the brothers. When are y'all gonna learn your lesson? Probably never. Probably never. But here is the story. So the couple, Jonathon and his girl, Grace, they're riding in the truck, right? And he has his phone in his hand. Oh, girl, she taking a look at the screen. And what she reads is he's having some romantic texting going on between him and another woman. So what does Grace do? She grabs the phone. And what does he do? Okay, so she grabs the phone. He jumps over on her, puts a little weight on her, right? He's trying to get his phone from her, but he cannot get it. This girl is not letting his phone go at all. So what he does is he takes her arm and he twists it back. Now, you probably think I'm making this up, but it's court documents. You can go read it. He took her arm and twisted it back, right? Because he was trying to get his phone. Now, mind you, they are in New York. The law in New York is if someone takes something from you, they have the right to use some force to get it back. That doesn't mean they should pull out a gun and shoot you. It doesn't mean they should pull out a knife. But the law says you have the right to use some force to get it back. Okay, here is an example of that. You could be anywhere in New York, okay? Say you walk out of your house, you and your wife, and you're about to get in your car, and a man jumped from behind the car and he snatches your wife's purse, right? But it's a snowy day and he slips and falls. The husband and the wife has the right to use some force to get the purse back. That's the law in New York. Facts, guys, nothing but facts. So that is what Jonathon Majors' defense is riding on that law, okay? Because this boy had to use some force to get his phone back, and even after he got his phone back, she proceeded to chase him through the neighborhood. I mean, if y'all not up on the story, you should be, because I think Jonathon Majors can recover from whatever is about to happen, but I want to say that it's going to be rough for him. It's going to be rough because he's saying, hey, it was self-defense. And baby girl, let me tell you what she did. Now, she said for the little time that they were together, he was mentally abusive. He was mentally abusive, and she said that she had no, let me not rush what she said. She said he was mentally abusive and he was starting to throw things at the wall in the apartment that they shared. Okay. So she took some pictures and somebody asked her, why did you take pictures? And she said she needed evidence. So he had thrown a plate. He had thrown a plate in the wall. He had thrown a candle in the wall. I mean, thrown it so hard where you can see the whole print of the candle in the wall, right? And so baby girl started taking pictures for evidence to say, hey, this wasn't something that he just started doing. This was something that he had been doing. The physical, not the physical, but the mental. Like now you're scaring me because you throwing crap at me. And then she's saying, okay, look, I got these pictures. I can show you how he's been, look at how he's been treated, right? And then look at what happened when he got physical. Now, the people on his side say, this girl is crazy. This is what everybody want to know. I know, don't rush me with the comments in the chat, but this is what everybody wants to know. Now, I already set up the story, right? This is their second week in trial. And who knows how this thing is going to go. We kind of know how it's gone in the past. It's, it usually goes a white woman's way. It has in the past, at least 95% of the time. But who knows how this will go. But let me tell you what, let me tell you, I had some people to reach out to me today about it. Right? Now, mind you, I was talking to a couple of people about my topics and what they felt about it, because I throw my topics off on people before the show. So what people want to know is, what the heck is Megan Good doing? Hmm? I'm gonna leave you with that for a second while I get a sip of water because I'm a little parched. But that's what everybody wants to know. Everybody wants to know, what is Megan Good doing? I even heard someone say today, shouldn't you be off auditioning for a movie? You ain't done nothing in Lord knows how long. You know, you just recently divorced from your husband. Now, here is the thing. Let me tell you why people are saying that. Because 2 weeks ago is when Megan Good and Jonathon Majors, like, they just started talking. So now every time he gets out of the SUV to enter into the courtroom, Megan Good is right there. Girl, what you doing? Y'all, so the word on the street is this, that they are madly in love. Really? If y'all are madly in love, then I'm thinking that when Grace looked over at Jonathon's cell phone and she saw that text message, I'm wondering if it was you that she was that, were you the one sending the text, the sexual text, as she said? Because you just all of a sudden, now you in the picture, you on his arm, you acting like y'all been together for 18 years. Like, Megan, girl, go sit down. Go sit down, because you know, if I had an invisible rock, girl, I would throw it and bust you right upside your head. You wouldn't know where it came from because it's invisible. It's just boop. Like, girl, stop it. What are you doing? Okay, well, that's what they wanted me to tell y'all about when it came to Jonathon Majors and Grace Jabari. They just want to know what Megan is doing. Megan, go sit down, because now the other women are coming out of the woodwork saying, this dude always been like this. He has anger issues. Listen, that doesn't mean you can't support your man, but y'all just started dating. But okay, whatever. Whatever y'all say. All right, well, we're gonna keep it moving. Yeah, we're gonna keep it. No, 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 no. Hold on. No, I cannot wait a minute. Let's go back. Let me say this. Because this is where it really took a turn for the worse with me when it comes to Jonathon and Grace. Here is the thing. And listen, I don't have a problem when a Black man dates or marries anyone out of his race. I don't have a problem with it. Why I don't have a problem with it? Because as soon as the baby is born, that is going to be a Black baby, right? So that increase our mortality and decreases theirs. So it doesn't bother me. I don't have a problem with it. And then, my great great grandmother was mulatto, so I'm okay with it. I just think it is. Listen, this is what. Okay, let me tell you about the text, and then I'm gonna move on. Jonathon sent Grace a text and said this, and I kid you not, this is what he said to her, and it's available in the court. Anybody can read it, but this is what he texted her. He said, "I am a major actor. I'm a big actor, and I need I need a bad woman by my side, because I'm all that, right?" So this is what he's saying. So this is basically what he's saying in our lingo. I'm the shit, and I need a woman by my side who's the shit. This is what he told her in the text. He said, "You need to be more like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King." Are you thinking, like, when I heard that, I was like, how does this white woman do that? How can she ever be like, in any way? How can she be like any Black woman, let alone Michelle Obama? Coretta Scott King? Jonathan, are you losing your mind, bro? Like, you need to stop it, man. I mean, because I was looking at your list of movies, dude. When you came on the scene, dude, you just took off. You took off. I mean, you really did. But I don't know. I hope you get it together. I hope you go get some therapy. Therapy works. I've been to therapy. Also anger management. So go get treated. All right, I'm gonna keep it moving. I'm gonna get off that soapbox. But I just wanted to mention that reference that he made, that he wanted the white girl to be like Michelle Obama or Coretta Scott King. Whatever, bro. All right. Listen, I am going to yeah, I did. Okay. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Let me say this, guys. I did mention A Rocket moving in storage. I am going to mention it again. A Rocket moving in storage. Phone number 713-748-6024. www.arocket.com for all your moving and storage needs. All right, all right, all right. Okay, y'all know I have been sitting on this grab bag topic since the show began. I really have. And listen, whatever. I guess it don't even matter. Let me say this. Iman Shumpert and Teyoni Taylor have filed for divorce. I know some of y'all don't know this. So maybe you do, maybe you don't. Okay. I don't know. I just there's so much I want to say about this, and then I guess I can just keep my opinion to myself because who really cares at the end of the day? But when Tiana filed for divorce, she used their initials instead of their full names, and she said the reason why she did that was because she wanted to protect her husband and she wanted to protect her children. You know, they have two beautiful children. These are two beautiful souls, and it saddened me to hear that they were going to get a divorce, but 67% of people get a divorce. But it really saddened me because here is the thing. You may not know this, but Iman Shumpert played in the NBA for 15 seasons, I believe. And he's no longer playing. Now, his wife, Teyoni Taylor, is a singer. She's an entertainer. And that includes being an actress. Now, I watched her a couple of times and she talked about how when she was in the Tyler Perry's movie, she talked about how when she was there at the studio, it changed her life, right? And she also was saying how she wanted to create something similar, just on a smaller scale, like what Tyler Perry has. And ever since she did that movie, you know that movie, Byron. It's funny when she does that because I dated a Byron and I have a really good friend named Byron. So Byron, yes, that movie, that one, you know the one. But baby girl just blew up from there. She just started to do her own thing. And not only was she doing her own thing, but she had incorporated the children and they had got their own clothing line and their modeling and this and that. And, all the beautiful family pictures. This is what I read. Okay. And it's public information. Excuse me. It's public information. So the reason why they are going to get a divorce is because her husband is jealous. That's just it. If you were expecting me to say a whole lot more, he's just jealous. Now listen, this guy has enough money to live the rest of his life, die, come back, live the rest of their life, die, come back. They are not hurting for any money. But here is the thing: your career is over. Because everybody's career ends when you're an athlete. I used to be one, but I would think that you would be chilling in the back. You know what I mean? Just chilling in the back at the house and letting your wife do her thing. Because baby girl is just, she just flourishing. Just, it's like when you have opportunity and resources, there is nothing in your way. And she just exemplifies that. Everything that she thought of that she wanted to do, she has done it. And it's just been multiplying and multiplying. And you would think your husband would be supportive. Now, this is what a couple of people have said. And I mean, it's facts. It's facts what I'm gonna tell you. And it's simple, but it's facts. Now, people say when they on the red carpet, you know how the camera people will tell you, okay, if it's a couple, right? And people aren't there to see Iman, right? Now, maybe during basketball season, yes, the crowd was there to see you and the rest of the team. But when you're on the red carpet with your wife, they really want to see your wife. They want to see you all together. But the pictures are going to be with his wife. So it has been said in a number of circles that he has gotten completely upset when he has been asked to step to the side so they can get pictures of his wife. That's it. As my friend Tasha says, that's it, that's all. That's it, that's all. Just jealousy. And why? Now you destroy a home, right? Now mama has to live over here. Daddy has to live over here. Now the kids gotta go from one home to two homes. Now you gotta explain when they get older why daddy don't live in the house no more, why we not in the same house. Now kids about to go through trauma. And divorce brings about trauma. It does. It's not anybody's fault, but it's the parents' fault at the end of the day because they didn't make it work. But yeah, it's sad. It's sad that because every time I would see Iman and Teyoni, and then especially when I would see Teyoni doing her thing, and then the pictures with her and the girls and the clothes that they have on Lululemon, I think that's the one. I was always so excited for her, and then she's so beautiful. You know what I mean? Just a beautiful girl. So yeah, man, it's a mess. It's just a mess, man. We need to do better. We need to do better. I kid you not. I tell y'all that all the time. Every time I do the show, I tell y'all we need to do better. Okay, listen. I got 5 minutes left to close the show. Once again, I'm going to give a shout out to A Rocket Moving Company. All right. I'm going to give a shout out to them. Reach out to them for all your moving needs. Another thing, Tanzania tours. Reach out to them. Oh, it's an international number. Okay, my fault. I'm sorry. Let me give you the number for Tanzania tours. This is going to be Godwin King, international number 255-769-047888. That is the number for Tanzania tours. You want to tour Africa, wherever you want to go, reach out to them. Let's help one another and support one another. Another one, we have Renaissance Realty. Mr. Malloy, phone number 469-649-6274. Hey, man, I'm running out of time, guys. Please sponsor. We started the sponsorship and advertisement. Once again, our star package is $50. That's a mention of your business. Diamond package, $100. That is a screen ad and promo. Okay, support us, supports your business. Y'all know I wanted to talk about P. Diddy That was a topic that has been in my bag, and I was gonna wait because I didn't know if he was gonna settle. But you know that boy settled for that. He gave that girl that 30 million. As soon as Cassie's attorney went to court and filed that paperwork, it wasn't an hour later he agreed to pay her $30 million. Yes. Why? Cassie said she met P. Diddy when she was 19, that he was sex trafficking her and he had been raping her. And not only that, he would take her from one state line to another state line and let men do whatever to her. Baby girl got videos. She has everything. You know what I mean? Baby girl, Cassie has all the dirt. And I'm saying this because a lot is going to come out about Diddy, not just with Cassie, because he has already paid her, but you have at least two more other women who have already come out the woodworks. Mind you, Kim Porter died, someone else died. It was also said that someone's car was set on fire. And all the allegations pointed to P. Diddy. We don't know, but we do know he just settled out of court $30 million to his old girlfriend, Cassie. You know, people have been saying for years that P. Diddy is gay and this and that. And I don't know, because if you go and look at the paperwork on what Cassie filed, what she said was he was sex trafficking her because he was taking her from state to state. And then he was having her to call for men to come over and have sex with her, right? And here is the kicker. Excuse me for coughing, my allergies has kicked in. Here is the kicking part. She always had to request that the male who was coming over, that he had a very large penis. He had to have a large penis. And that, according to the documents, and this is no lie, this is all facts, you can look it up according to the paperwork. He would sit in the corner and he would masturbate and he would say these words, "Look at that big black dick." So some people who know him says, you know, he's not well endowed. And so what the pain that he wanted to inflict upon her sexually, he could not do it himself. So that is why he always had her to have sex with someone else, and it always had to be the same request. They had to be black, and they had to have a very large penis. So listen, we're gonna stay tuned for this, because now that he has paid Cassie 30 million, I'm about to see what's gonna happen next. Because listen, this is what the Game said a couple of days ago. You guys know the Game, the rapper, the Game. He was on G Unit with 50 Cent label. He started out with P. Diddy. He came out and said the other day that P. Diddy tried to seduce him. So I think this is going to continue until, excuse me, I think P. Diddy at this point, listen, nobody cares if you're gay, if you're bisexual. Nobody cares. You can come out of the closet now, because it seems like everybody knows. This is not even to say that you're gay. Okay, so maybe you don't need to come out of the closet. But if you are gay or you like men in any way, it's okay for you, not for me, because I can't get to heaven doing that. But I think it would just be best for you to just come on out, right? And that way, next week, it'll be a new story about someone else, you know, because a couple of months ago, we were talking about Will Smith when he slapped Chris Rock. So now that we're no longer talking about that story, now we're talking about P. Diddy. And P. Diddy, if you just come on out and say what you did, when you did, and how you did it, we can just move on to the next story. All right. I want to thank you guys for joining Paula's Purse, where the bag is always filled with topics to discuss. I am looking forward to the new year, guys. I'm looking forward to the new year. I'm looking forward to what we are going to bring to this platform of Paula's Purse. I'm going to be cooking. I'm going to be singing. Hopefully, we can get that done by January. I really want to do some live stuff right here, live, and also some snippets of some stuff that I will record. So please stay tuned. And God bless you all. Happy holidays. Be safe.